Have you ever felt something missing in your life, even when everything seems in place? Matthew 6 holds a secret that can change everything. Picture a hidden key, capable of unlocking doors to a peace you've never experienced. Today we'll dive into this biblical text that has transformed lives for centuries. It's not just about empty promises, but truths that challenge what you believe. Are you ready to uncover what's hidden? This journey starts with a real story. I met Anna, a woman who was always chasing success, but felt a constant void. One day she opened the Bible to Matthew 6 and found something that stopped her in her tracks. What she read wasn't just words, but a map to a different life. Want to know what Anna discovered? This secret is closer than you think. Matthew 6 isn't just any chapter. It speaks directly to the heart, as if it was written for you. In it, Jesus teaches how to live authentically, without masks. But beware, these words might shake your priorities. They challenge what society teaches us about success and happiness. Have you ever stopped to think about what really matters? Imagine a hidden treasure that few seek. Matthew 6 is like that, a guide showing where life's true value lies. But why do so few follow it? Because it takes courage to change. You ready to take that step? Or will you keep running in the same direction as always? The first lesson of Matthew 6 is about intentions. Jesus talks about doing good without expecting applause. Think about it. How many times have you done something just to be noticed? This truth hits hard, but it's also freeing. After all, who are you trying to impress? Now, picture a life where your actions are guided by something greater. Matthew 6 teaches that what we do in secret has an eternal impact. It's like planting a seed that grows unseen. Have you planted something like that in your life? Or are you waiting for the perfect moment? This part of the gospel also talks about generosity. It's not about giving a lot, but giving with the heart. I met a man who donated anonymously to help strangers. He said Matthew 6 changed how he saw the world. What would happen if everyone followed this advice? But here, the first mystery. Why did Jesus insist so much on the intention behind actions? Because he knew the human heart can be deceitful. Matthew 6 challenges us to look inward and question our motivations. Have you done this exercise? Be careful. It might reveal more than you expect. And if I told you there's a promise hidden in Matthew 6, a promise that can bring peace amid chaos, but to find it, you need to stick with us. It's not about religion. It's about a truth that transcends. Want to find out what it is? Before we move on, I need to ask, are you feeling that curiosity growing? Matthew 6 is like a door that opens for those who seek, but only you can decide to walk through it. Shall we go to the next part and dive even deeper? Now that you're here, let us go deeper into the heart of Matthew 6. Jesus was unteased talking about actions, but about how we live our priorities. He challenges us to seek something greater than money or fame. Have you ever thought about what drives your daily choices? This is the question that can change everything. Let's go back to Anna's story. After reading Matthew 6, she realized she was seeking validation in all the wrong places. The text made her ask, what really makes me happy? And guess what she found? Truth that freed her from the weight of expectations. Matthew 6 talks about the treasure in heaven, but what does that mean? It's not about abandoning everything, but investing in what lasts. Imagine storing your time and energy in something that never loses value. Sounds too good, right? But that's exactly what Jesus proposes. Here's a trigger of urgency. Time is passing, and every choice you make today shapes your future. Matthew 6 reminds us that what we value defines who we are. Have you stopped to think about what you're accumulating? Money, likes, or something deeper? Another powerful lesson is about prayer. Jesus teaches how to connect with something greater in a simple yet profound way. He didn't want empty rituals, but a moment of truth. Have you ever tried speaking from the heart without filters? Matthew 6 shows the way, and there's more. The text talks about forgiveness. It sounds simple, but it's one of life's biggest challenges. I met someone who held a grudge for years until reading Matthew 6. When he forgave, felt a weight lift off his shoulders. Are you carrying something you need to let go of? But here's the secret few notice. Matthew 6, ISNT, just about what we do, but who we become. Each teaching is an invitation to transform your life from the inside out. Can you imagine living with that kind of freedom? Now, I want to invite you to be part of this. If you're enjoying this journey through Matthew 6, comment in the comments. When I see your comment, I'll be thrilled, because I know we're connected in this search. I'll leave a heart on your comment. Done commenting? Let's keep going. There's so much more to uncover. Matthew 6 holds lessons that can change how you see the world. Want to know how this connects to your life today? Shall we move to the next part? Welcome to the third part. Now Matthew 6 gets even more intense. Jesus talks about not worrying about tomorrow. Sounds impossible, right? But what if I told you he gives a practical plan to live without anxiety? Let's find out together, remember Anna? After shifting her priorities, she faced another challenge: constant worry. Matthew 6 taught her to trust in something greater. She started living one day at a time, and it transformed her inner peace. Can you imagine living like that? Jesus uses nature to teach us. He talks about birds that don't plant yet, always have food. It's a lesson in trust. But here's the catch. Trusting doesn't mean doing nothing. Matthew 6 calls us to act, but without fear of the future. What if your biggest fear could be faced with a simple shift in perspective? Matthew 6 says that what you focus on determines your peace. Are you looking at problems or possibilities? That choice makes all the difference. Another powerful point is about seeking the kingdom of God. It's not something distant, but a way to live today. Jesus promises that when we put what's eternal first, everything else falls into place. Have you tried living with that focus? Here's a trigger of scarcity. Life is short, and every moment you spend trapped in worry is a moment lost. Matthew 6 invites you to change that now. Why wait to live with more lightness? The time to act is today. And there's an incredible story. I met a young man who was anxious about everything. After reading Matthew 6, he decided to trust more and plan less. The result: found a purpose he never imagined. Are you ready to take that leap? Before we head to the final part, I have a request. If you're loving this video and want more content like this, subscribe to the channel now. Just click the subscribe button and turn on the bell. That way you won't miss any updates. Matthew 6 still has more to teach us, and the next part is where it all comes together. Want to find out how to apply these lessons to your life? Shall we go to the final part? We've reached the final part, and now it all makes sense. Matthew 6 ends with a call to live with purpose. Jesus challenges us not to judge others, but to look at ourselves. How many times have you pointed the finger before looking in the mirror? This lesson is a reality check. I met a woman who was always criticizing those around her. After reading Matthew 6, she realized the problem was within her. When she changed, her relationships flourished. Have you done that reflection? Another teaching is about asking with faith. Jesus says that when we seek with sincerity, we find answers. It's not magic, but a promise that what's right will come at the right time. Have you ever asked for something with all your heart? Matthew 6 also talks about the golden rule. Treat others as you'd like to be treated. It sounds simple, but it's revolutionary. Imagine a world where everyone followed this. How would your life be if you applied this rule today? Here's the climax. Matthew 6 calls us to build our life on a solid foundation. Jesus compares it to a house that withstands storms. Is your life rooted in something that endures or something that might crumble? This is the beauty of Matthew 6. It's not just an old text, but a guide for today. Each lesson is a step toward a more fulfilling life. And the best part? You can start now. You don't need to wait for the perfect moment. Before we wrap up, I have a request. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like now. Your support helps us bring these messages to more people. And one more thing, if you watched until the end, comment. When I see your comment, I'll leave a heart. Matthew 6 is more than a chapter. It's an invitation to transform your life. Take these lessons with you and try putting them into practice. What will you do with what you've learned today? The choice is yours. Thank you for being here and joining this journey. Don't forget to share this video with someone who needs to hear this. Till next time, and may you find the hidden treasure in Matthew 6.